What's up, guys? This is Mutual Connections. I'm sitting here with co-founders of Not Your Dad's media company, Jordan Winston and Taylor Willette. Welcome to my world, family. How we living today?
What up,
Thank
Chris?
you so much for having us.
Dude, I'm
It's
so
Friday.
stoked. I'm so stoked.
It's Friday.
Friday, it's nice out. We get to do a podcast.
Yeah, man. Dude, Taylor, did you hear the origin of how we got ourselves into this mess to begin with from Jordan?
No, I literally don't know. I just got this invite on my calendar.
Yeah, love that. First of all, thank you for the blind trust. I appreciate that. So, pretty much, I get to meet with these two legends because I've been following Jordan on the timeline, and he posted something to the extent of, I'm never doing a podcast again. And so, kind of, shoot or shoot, right? So, it took about 3 minutes for me to jump into the DMs and totally send him an invite for the pod. And my boy showed up. He was like, yeah, all right, come on, let's do it. So, Jordan, I appreciate you.
Yeah, dude, if your energy wasn't so infectious and you didn't have such a cool beard, I would have been like, nah, fuck
Let's
this.
go.
It was the beard that got you, huh?
It's the beard, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, you're doing all right. You're doing. Do you keep it that length, or are you running like a 2-day 5 o'clock? What's that world look like?
It's usually like once every 4 to 5 days that I'm shaving it, because this is probably the longest I want to let it go.
Yeah.
Because what happened, Chris, I don't know if this is an issue for you, but when you can't tell without my hair, but when I had hair, it would get like almost this auburn sort of like, not ginger, but like gingish.
Yeah.
And my beard does the same thing. And so whenever my beard gets a little bit longer, it turns ginger. And everyone's like, are you a ginger? And I don't like being asked that question.
Yeah.
So
I saw that South Park episode enough to know I'm not trying to assimilate myself with.
I was bullied enough for other things. I don't need to be bullied.
Yeah. Jordan, you have a soul. For everybody who's listening in, you do have a soul, and we take that seriously.
Beautiful.
No, dude. My beard story is it was only maybe a couple months ago. I had like a beard, bro. Like I let it happen. And
Beard.
it was just because I lost the discipline of shaving every day. And so then like you hit that hump where you're like, might as well just run with it. I legit look like a homeless person. So I can appreciate the cadence of like, you go about 5 days, you're like, bro, I need to hit a razor on this thing. So
that's actually funny enough. That's how I ended up with a mullet.
there you go.
Because back when I did have hair, it was COVID and I didn't want to, I'm like, well, fuck, dude, what am I, like, all the barbershops are closed. Like, what am I going to do? And then I ended up just like shaving the side of it because that was all I could do.
Let's go.
And I did. And then shit you not, I cut my own hair and I shaved the side of it for about like a year, 2 years. And
look how well that turned out. Now he's bald.
Was that your last hurrah? And then this is what it spit out for you?
yeah, I think Taylor jokingly said, like, do you cut your own hair? And I did, quite literally, for 2 years because I didn't feel like going to a barbershop.
I love that. And Taylor, I can imagine you kind of have the same challenges with shaving your face as well. You got to have like a strict
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I know exactly what you guys are talking about.
No,
Taylor,
for sure. I picked up on
you're
it.
2 o'clock. You're 2 o'clock shadow on the mustache, man.
Yeah. You know what?
Jordan does like to point out that I haven't shaved in a while. Every once in a while, say,
I don't think I've seen below your neck in like 6 months or like 3 months since
Dang.
we met.
Well, she tried to show up for this one, man. She put in a good shave this morning. And for that, we are thankful, Taylor.
Makeup on. I did too.
I did text Jordan this morning. I said, FYI, I look really good today, so don't embarrass me with your outfit. And like, you better do your makeup nice today too.
And I wore my duck holding or my goose holding a gun shirt.
Let's go. Let's go. Well, sick. Let's jump into it. I want to address the elephant and the obvious in the room is Not Your Dad's Media. Where the hell did that name come up with? Like, how was that? Because first of all, I love it. It's totally out of left field, which captures an audience like subliminally, subconsciously. How was that? Like, I would have loved to be a fly on the wall in that meeting space at like, we could be consulting XYZ. We could be ABC Code. How about Not Your Dad's Media? Like, how did that hit the list?
It's not a very exciting story, actually.
Chris, if you were to be a fly on that wall, then you would have been in my shower.
Okay,
So I would say
hey.
maybe
It's
You not? Or
open
no.
invite, so
Yeah.
I'll run with it.
It was literally a shower thought. Like, I remember it was one of those things where, like, I remember where I was when I thought of it, and I was in my shower in New York, and I'm like, "Wait, this is a funny idea." And then, um, I had a couple other ideas, and one of them, any person who's ever built a company, I'm sure you're the same way, has, like, 30 different great, like, domain names. You just have a graveyard of domain names that you'll never do anything with. I had this one called, Amala, so, like, AMALA, and I'm like, "Oh, maybe I'd call it, like, Amala Media," but that was too similar to Kamala, and so people were like, "Oh, Amala Kamala," like, "Wait, no, that
I'm not trying to get
wasn't what I was."
political here. Come on.
We only work with Democrats.
I'm like, I wouldn't name it Donald either. Like, I just didn't wanna name it anything close to a presidential candidate. And then so then that was kinda where Not Your Dad's was born after I gave up on the Amala idea.
I dig that. And so you hit up Taylor and she's just down. She's just down to party. She's like, "Not your dad's media? Dope. Sign me up."
That's kind of like
Well,
how this whole thing has gone, is Jordan being like, "I have an idea," and I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Sick.
and
And
then
then
that's
just
yeah.
that was
sh I came up with the name, and then she made it happen. So it's pretty
Yes, so Jordan originally had the idea for the company, like, as a whole, and he came to me with the idea saying, like, "I want you to be my co-founder," and it took, like, maybe 1 or 2 conversations for me to be like, "Okay, whatever, let's do it," and so then he was like, "What do you think of this name?" I said, "Cool, like, sick, let's go." And when he came to me, he had some, like, really, really horrible branding. Um,
so that's where you come in.
so that's where I came in.
Were you guys
It was hor
homies before he had hit you up or like what was that?
No.
Dude, so you just straight ghost out of the blue, Jordan? Let's go, man.
I DM'd her out of the blue, and I was like, "You would crush this," and she was like, "Oh my god, your headline is dope," because it was I don't remember what it was, but yeah, what do you remember what it was?
It was, like, glorified janitor because the pinks.
Yeah, because I used to run a cleaning company, so my headline was, like, glorified janitor, and, so then yeah, and then basically, like, a week and maybe, like, 2 weeks after the initial DM, maybe a little bit longer, we kinda figured out how to launch it, and then we launched, and then we were like, "Okay, now we need people to pay us."
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
next part.
Yeah. It was just, like, very serendipitous in, like, the timing of everything, how it all worked out, and it was just one of those things that if the timing had been any different, I probably would have been like, "I can't just, like, start this random company, like,
Yeah,
what is going on?" And just the way that everything fell into place was just like, "Okay, let's do it. Let's see how it goes. Why not?"
that's sick. That's so sick. And that's
Yeah.
just like such a dope example of the beauty of LinkedIn. It really is cool, man. If you just show up, you can meet the coolest people and the craziest opportunities will kind of just like sprout out of nowhere. Were you, Taylor, I can only assume just because like saw your follower count, seeing you've been on the platform for a while. Jordan, have you had the same experience? Like you've been playing that social selling game on the timeline?
Yeah, so and I think we talked about this yesterday actually, why, how we post and why we post and all that, but I remember so back in I listened to a podcast, My First Million, Sean Purry, and he said something like, if you're 22 years old, which I was, and you want to start making content, just start posting your thoughts on the internet, and then hopefully somebody interesting will find what you post interesting. Don't preach expertise because no one with in their right mind would believe anything that a 22-year-old says.
Yeah.
So then I started posting. I was at Samsara, which is a big tech company, and I was just doing the whole sales gauntlet, like posting about my life in sales and BDR to AE and all that fun stuff. And in the meantime, I was building a cleaning company that was called Pinks, and that was kind of like my bridge from having a W-2 to the entrepreneurial.
Okay. Sick.
And then the entire time I was posting about Pinks and cleaning company, and then had a conversation with Troy Munson.
That's
who
my
you may or may not
guy. Hashtag over at Demo, dude.
Amazing guy, really solid. Taylor and I are both fanboy over Troy, and probably for different reasons.
I'm probably the
And
same as Taylor, by the way. Continue.
yeah, he's a shockingly handsome man.
Yeah, he is. He gets it done.
Yeah, But I can't believe I just said that on a podcast.
Can't wait to send him this clip.
Yeah, exactly. But we were talking and I was like, so why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you posting so much? And he said, because I know that like someday I'll want to launch something with this platform. I don't know what that is, but but I know that when I have the idea that I'll have the platform to do that. Demo is born. Once he said that, I'm like, that's 100% true. You don't need to have the idea of what you're going to build right then and there. But when you want to build something, then having that platform is invaluable.
Yeah.
So that was, I was like a little bit more calculated, I think, with why I wanted to do it. And I was kind of stealing Troy's idea, but that was me.
No, I love that, dude. I love that so much. What about you, Taylor? You've been on the platform for a while. What was kind of your spark to getting creative on the timeline?
Yeah, I graduated college during COVID and got my first job, which was obviously remote, and it was a sales partnerships job at a tech company. And I remember talking to my boss, and he's like my first ever like real boss, and he's like, I want you to have like over 500 connections on LinkedIn just so that like people think that you're whatever,
Person,
like
you're
you're
out there,
taking
you're relevant.
yeah, like you know how to network. And he was like, to do that, you should just start posting. And I was like, I have no business posting anything because I'm 21. I just graduated from college. It's COVID. I don't know what I'm doing. So how can I like tell anybody else what to do? And all I'm seeing on LinkedIn is these like VPs of sales and CEOs, and like I'm not on the same level as those people. And he was like, there are a bajillion other people that are in the exact same situation as you are right now that also don't know what they're doing. So if you just start talking about like what it's like to be you in uh like COVID world,
Yeah.
figuring out how to be an adult, like all the things that come with that time in your life, especially back in like 2020, then he's like, there's going to be other people that relate to that and that also don't feel that they can relate to the VP of this or that. And so I was like, okay. So I just kind of started using LinkedIn more as like a diary for like what navigating the real world was like
Hell
for
yeah.
me. And more people started to be like, thank God I'm not the only one struggling with like, and it was anything like making friends after college when you work from home. Like, how are you supposed to make friends in a new city? Just like stuff like that. Or I got engaged during a period and I just was like, this is cool, like this just happened, and just stuff like that. That was my life, but also how I was navigating like corporate stuff. And I like, and it wasn't, I don't think too much about LinkedIn in terms of like what I'm posting. Like I'm not calculated at all with it. And so I'll
Yeah.
just post
I realized.
like
Hmm.
what are taxes? I don't know. Like not my business, you know? Like and other people are just like, me too, girl.
Dude, I love that so much. And I think that that's kind of the power of why both you guys have kind of blown up and created your own pocket is because, and especially within like the last 3 years, people like people, man. And selling is
Yeah.
yucky and talking about business is yucky. And it's just like people love people. And within the last 3 years, I really feel like there's been a genuine shift into just robust weirdness on LinkedIn. And
Yeah.
it's really allowing people to like pick their pocket, develop these personal brands. And it does, dude. Taylor, to your point, like it resonates with a ton of other yahoos out there that are going through the exact same thing that you're going through. And so sometimes it's just nice to stumble across somebody who you're like, ah, shit, they get it. I'm not alone. This is fire. Like, thank you, dude.
Yeah.
So, dude, I vibe with that so hard. I want to stay one more question about media, and then I want to dig into a little bit of your guys' background. What I love the most about what you guys are doing is you're essentially like building, growing, and scaling this bad boy in public. Like talking about the things
Yeah.
that are working, talking about the things that are not working. I loved like Jordan, you made a post on you have this goal of like, yo, bro, if we could just land 2 clients every XYZ, that's kind of the target. And then you started doing it. And then I think there was one client where they weren't like a good fit. And you're like, all right, so shoot, we got to be like calculated about who our ICP is and what type of growth we're kind of aiming for. And so Like, shit, man, who is your ICP? What type of companies would you guys suggest should come and check out your dad's media? That sounds so weird. I love that.
Yeah. There's a mix. Whether and there's in the mix are individual leaders who want to build a brand. We do that, but more so the seed and the Series A companies that actually are trying to figure out, okay, how the hell do we build use LinkedIn as an actual like funnel.
Yeah.
A lot of times just posting content is kind of a black box unless you really like dive into who's engaging and looking deep at the content and figuring out something to do with the engagement. So teams that are looking to unlock their engagement, we work really well with. Generally, if you're funded, that helps because we're not cheap. Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. Our like I think a couple of our favorite clients right now are, in that Series A phase that that are posting 3 to 5 times per week and
Sick.
just want to do more. But yeah. Yeah, I mean,
If you don't show us who the hell was making all that ruckus in the background, then we're gonna have some real problems. Sorry to cut you off
Hey,
there,
is
Jordan.
Frankie with you?
Yeah.
Hey.
I told you, dude, I do research. I'm not gonna let something like that slide. She for sure, I have it written right here. She said, allowing your dog to bark when someone's in a call with you is unacceptable, especially if you don't show us who the dog is. So right back at you, fam.
I I agree. I see Taylor's baby all the time. I never get to say I have the dog.
Yeah, come on, dude. Share the wealth, Taylor. My gosh.
I should. I
Give
should. I
give
should
the
be
people
better.
what they want.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Jordan, I want to switch back over to you. You recently moved to hashtag quote unquote the greatest city on earth. I had to search a little
And
bit
it's
deeper.
his whole personality
I had to
trait
find
now.
out what city that was. Like in the post, you mentioned New York, you mentioned Chicago. I think San Francisco was up there. Where the hell are you, bro?
So I'm in New York.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I had written down. But
At the very, very moment, I'm back in San Diego for about a week and a half visiting family. But I live in the New York City,
dang, get it,
and
bro.
The New
The
York City.
it's like
which suburb?
I'm in Manhattan,
Let's go.
and
He's got that money,
we're
everybody. He's
literally
got money. No,
no, dude, just but like literally locking down an apartment right now with my buddy, right in like Greenwich, West Village
sick,
area.
man. You're gonna get so much business over there, bro. I'm sure you already have.
Well, the cool thing is like, so Taylor and I said this the other day, like we are gonna meet, and we've met every single client we have in person except for one. And that's a goal. Like we had one of our first clients said to us, he goes, I've never churned a client that I've met in person.
Mm,
So not only that reason, but like I want to meet every one of our clients in person. And it just so happens that like 90% of our clients live in New York,
get it.
which is really, really great for
Yeah.
me because
Yeah.
I get to go into their office, grab coffee with them. And so yeah, that there is that added benefit of being in New York. It's just
No, it's
you
super
get
dope.
it's
I
just
can bro, I see so many people growing and scaling in the city. There's so many opportunities and people out there on the hustle. That's sick. You said you're back in San
yeah,
Diego right now. Are you an OG West Coaster? Is that where you come from?
born and bred, baby.
Let's go.
San Diego. Born and raised.
Are you like Rancho Bernardo? Are you Poway? Are you what areas?
One more south, Scripps Ranch.
Scripps Ranch. Okay, hell yeah. Dude, I grew up in the mean streets of Los Angeles, and so almost every summer I would make my way down south to SD. Because I was like, dude, Lords of Dogtown. I was like skateboarder, surfer. I was one of those hooligans. So I was at PB a lot, just like causing as much trouble as I possibly could.
I can only imagine the police probably showed up on more than one occasion.
More than once, yes. But
One occasion.
that's the life. That's the life. What about you, Taylor? Are you a West Coaster? Where are you from?
I'm not. I'm an East Coaster.
Dang, get
Do you
it.
think that your personality gives East Coast or West Coast?
My personality?
Yeah, Chris, what would you imagine?
To be fair, I would probably say East Coast. Yeah. I would say East Coast person, but here's the reason why.
Where in the East Coast though? Because that determines
Man,
what
I'm
I feel about
honestly
you.
feeling, gosh, I'm not getting a New York vibe from you. I'm getting kind of like maybe suburbs of a Massachusetts, like close to Boston-ish. Yeah, that's just what I got. Am I?
You're exactly right, my friend.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No way. How about that? I told you I could read people. I got it. That's it.
It
So
also says on LinkedIn profile, so maybe that
I
helps.
didn't even look. To be fair, I didn't even look.
It does say Greater Boston.
Does it really? Dang. Okay, that one I promise it was off the cuff. I was gonna say Connecticut, but I didn't want to go as like that's super. That would have been a real bullseye if I hit that. So I went something a little bit more streamlined, mainstream, if you will.
Yes. No, I am the Boston to Jordan's New York.
Okay,
We balance each other out.
I love that. Well, then it's got to be a lot easier for you guys to get connected in person, which probably makes running a business a lot easier. So
Yeah, we've hung out one time.
okay, there you go.
Ever.
Great, you guys sound super connected.
Taylor is well, she lives 4 hours away, which
Yeah.
is basically like it's basically a plane or a really long train. And there's no reason for me to go to New Hampshire. So I'm just waiting for her to come back to the city
Okay,
and we'll hang out.
that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Know what you guys should do?
I plan my meetings around like when I feel like being around Jordan in the city.
What you guys should do, and you don't have to take my advice, but I would 100% tune into this, is you guys should meet up in Salem. It's about to be Halloween. And if you've ever been to Salem that's my wife's favorite city in the world, specifically because of Hocus Pocus, and she's a spooky person. Bro, there's some real freaks, witches, wizards, crystal people. Like, you need to go and just people watch in Salem, maybe film an episode of yourselves kicking it. I would vibe with that.
So
super
I
hard.
went to college in the town next to Salem.
Dang, there you go.
And yeah, and you knew like not to go to Salem during October. Like everybody would go once. You
Yeah.
go like your freshman year, and then you realize like how actually crazy
It's
it
a
is.
weird place.
It's
Is it
so
Maine?
weird, but only in October.
Yeah.
The rest of the year, it's like a super cute, fun little town. But one year, I think it was my sophomore year of college, I was driving in Salem on Halloween, got into a car accident, and totaled my car.
No.
And ever since then, I've never questioned witches because I'm like, somebody put a spell on me
Dang.
that Halloween.
Dang.
Yep.
that-
So now
is
I
that-
don't drive on
is it-
Halloween anymore. Fun fact about me.
It's in Mass, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like Northern Mass, right? Kind of.
Yeah. So I went to school in a town called Beverly, which is right on the ocean.
Okay.
And Salem is a town over.
Sick. It really is outside of the spookiness. It really is a beautiful city. You're right off the harbor. There's a whole bunch of history there. But we did like
It is a beautiful city.
the touristy thing, like saw what are those? All the Seven Gables homes and stuff like that. It
Yeah.
actually was pretty cool.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
Taylor and I were talking about going to a bunch of different conferences, and we were trying to get tickets to like FurryCon and all these like really niche conferences that we can go shoot content.
I
at.
wouldn't call FurryCon like a conference.
It's called FurryCon.
I got
More like an event, like a lifestyle.
convention.
Don't knock the furries like that, Taylor.
Ah.
It's a conference.
No, but we were like, what is like a super, super out there random kind of event that we could go to and just have like completely normal conversations and not even like pay attention to the fact that we are surrounded by
Yeah.
like
Like not
absolute
even
chaos.
acknowledge that you're talking to like a
Yeah.
cat in full outfit and they're like licking their hand during the discussion. You're like, this is
Yeah,
normal.
and just be like, what is your LinkedIn strategy? Tell me about it.
Dude,
Like,
that'd be so funny. Do you think that you've met a furry in real life and you just don't know it?
Man,
I think about that a lot,
I'd like to think I
actually.
have. I'd like to think I have.
I'd be so curious if I'd be like, oh, that was a really cool guy.
Yeah, man.
And then just
And then
He
you
goes home and puts his
find his
tail on.
LinkedIn and come to find out, like, whoa, I didn't see that coming.
No, it's but, like,
Yeah.
have you ever thought about, like, who, like, probably has a secret life?
You know, it's not that's, like,
Yeah.
not in my Rolodex of thought, but, I mean, it is now, and so thanks for that,
But,
Taylor.
like Jordan just said, like, "Oh, that guy is, like, super cool." Like, what if he just goes home and he's dressing like a cat?
Yeah.
This is
But
my
on LinkedIn, he's just completely normal.
this is my
Maybe, like
I see
like
why you
Jordan,
picked her,
like
Jordan. She's you know,
No.
that's that ideation that you need to run a business.
The cool thing is Taylor and I can like we can be like, okay, we need 5 skits for a client, and then we'll just like we'll just meet, and then ideas just come. It's actually great.
No, it's
It's really
dude, it
fun.
sounds great. In fact, I think that we saw a snapshot of what something of your internal meetings might seem like. I saw Taylor in a hot dog outfit, and that seemed pretty fitting for what you guys are building. So, yeah, I mean, it just only makes sense, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
a little behind the scenes.
No, for
I don't
sure.
even remember like what what that was for.
I didn't see anything wrong with it. And going back to what we were just talking about, I don't have to imagine what Taylor's secret life is. I mean, we all know now. And so, girl, you know what? If you got to bust out the hot dog outfit just to like really truly feel yourself, then dude,
Yeah,
we support that.
whatever
We
you do
support
you,
that, Taylor.
bro.
You didn't compare it to this.
Let's stick on your timeline, Taylor. Here's what I got a couple of things that I picked out, but your timeline features a lot of content about like things in the corporate digital like show up world, like the turmoils of unmuting or screen sharing or the feeling of like posting absolute gas on an internal Slack and just people just thumbs upping and acknowledge like going viral in an internal Slack is the new high that I'm chasing. It's like your LinkedIn timeline is a corporate LinkedIn version of The Office. Hashtag Michael Scott. And I'm here for that. I like that.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of, it goes back to what you were saying earlier about why you started. Like, you're not overthinking it. You're just kind of off the cuff going for it. And I have part and parcel. There are some posts that I do think about. I try and keep it businessy, and those posts are rubbish. But the ones that kind of just off the cuff, like I'm talking absolute nonsense, that's the fire. And that's where I really see the activity. So I think you're really leaning into the right pocket there for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we like Jordan and I have a mix of how we share content. He tends to like think things through a little bit and most of the time, and I really just want to be like funny and more of like the corporate humor side of things, but the two brains together like
No, it's a fit. Bro, it's a
it's
fit.
fun. Yeah.
Like Jordan posted a really intelligent post a couple weeks ago. Let me see if I can find it. It was his mission to connect with every other Jordan Winston on the platform with a single message that said like, "What the fuck is up, everyone?" And so I felt like that was a real hitter to start a
And
conversation.
you know what? None of those people added him
I
back,
was
which is
gonna
the best.
ask, dude, did you get any bites or
No, I got no bites from that.
dang, man.
No one.
All the Jordan Winstons, if you guys are listening to this, y'all are missing out, man. I don't know, dude. You get like, what type of wizard
Fake ass
magic,
hoes.
right? Yeah, dude. Come on, bro.
I still giggle at that when I look
Bro,
at
it's
it.
hilarious. I feel like in 6 months, at least one person is going to be like, "Hey, Jordan, thanks for the connect."
Or at least have like 1% of a sense of humor and be like, wait, this is kind of
Yeah,
funny,
dude,
maybe.
I did the same thing a while ago, and I got at least one other Chris. I have a unique last name, so I was just surprised to see there were other me's out there. It was exciting. But yeah, I
Isn't
got
that crazy when you find another version of you?
yeah, Taylor. I'm gonna be honest with a last name like Willette, girl. We're talking
Well,
slim pickings.
I used to be Taylor Johnson, and that was much easier to find other Taylor Johnsons.
Was that just a made up pseudo?
Taylor Johnson? No, it was my name before I got married.
Okay, there you go. Ah, all right. That's right.
I love that your brain went made up pseudo before. Oh, maybe that's her maiden name.
Yeah. No, dude. Well, I mean, come on. She could be a furry. We already learned she dresses in hot dog outfits. There's
Yeah.
a whole mystery behind who the hell we're talking to right now. But okay, yeah, okay. Your maiden married name. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
She has a wiener dog.
Yeah. Oh, get it. Is that who we heard?
Yes, that's
Okay.
Frankie.
Very good. Frankie, good name.
Yeah, he went upstairs.
That's
though,
okay.
so-
That's okay. Let's see what else we got. We have, what can I get into? Boom, boom, boom. Taylor, let's go back over to you. You post some weird shit. First of all, let me preface a lot of it super weird. You post content that's so out of left field. I think I saw somewhere on the timeline you asking somebody very professionally, very kindly, if they would still follow you if you were a worm.
If I was a worm.
Yeah. And so I feel like we're really collectively painting the picture of who Taylor Willett is live on this cast. And I'm kind of here for it. You feel me?
Do you know what, like, when people say, like, would you still love me if I was a worm?
No. Honest to God, no, I've never been asked that or heard that in my life.
Me
Okay,
neither.
it's like I guess maybe it's on TikTok, but like girlfriends are asking their boyfriends, like, would you still date me if I was a worm? And so I wanted to see if people would still follow me
That's
if I was
good.
a worm.
Did he say
But then you know
yes?
what? I ended up on the LinkedIn Lunatics
Hell
page
yeah.
for that.
That's how
post.
you know you made it, dude.
And yeah,
Come on.
I was really excited about that actually.
So you just mentioned TikTok. And so in like a lot more of my business discussions, I talk a lot about multi-threading your socials, especially if you are trying to like create a personal brand or have a presence, stemming from like when TikTok went away because of the whole China thing and it was like a 48-hour, oh my God. And then somebody on LinkedIn was like, well, shit, what if LinkedIn goes away? Like I invested all of this content and shit into this. And it kind of got me going like, I don't think LinkedIn's going away, but just to be safe, let's create a business Instagram account. Let's go TikTok. Are you guys active on both of those platforms as well?
Yeah, we both have 1 million followers on TikTok.
Do you
We're
really?
plotting.
No.
We're-
Jordan has like maybe 15. I think I have like maybe 100. I don't know.
You could have fooled
No,
me.
we're-
You could have straight
we're
bold-faced told me
super famous.
yes. I would have
I
believed you.
actually did post a TikTok this morning that we filmed this morning. I also put it on LinkedIn and Jordan, I haven't told you this yet, actually. Live, you're hearing it here first. We have 10 likes on it.
Let's go. 10 like, dude, you in that double digi club. Get
So-
you some.
on our company page.
No, on my TikTok. We don't have a company TikTok.
Dang.
But it's the one that, by the way,
people
Jordan,
page.
it's the one that you said, I don't really think that it's that funny, but if you want to post it, you can.
Man,
The people love
the
it.
people showed up in double digits, Jordan. All right. We're not playing games.
We're kind of trying to make. We're like. Okay. We're putting together like a vault of content. That's all that like we can post 100 clips on TikTok in 100 days as kind of a
Hell yeah.
templates. But we're putting all this together, and I think we have a couple. But
Well, we start. So
honestly-
we have a deal where we have to make skits for a company that we work with, and so sometimes, but there are parameters around like how professional they can be, or like should be.
Mhm.
And so sometimes we'll think of a skit and we're like, but that's like a little sassy,
little
so like let's use it for
risque.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or sometimes if this company doesn't approve, like we'll send them for approval and they're like, oh, we don't like that one. We're like,
Yes.
like we can use that.
Got it.
Also, Chris, this is kind of funny that like the entirety of our business started from people asking us to do things and then us being like, wait, we can just do that for ourselves. Like I got asked to ghostwrite for a company that ghostwrites for founders, and they're like, hey, we like your stuff. Do you want to ghostwrite for us? I'm like, yeah, sure. But also if you're asking me to do it, then we could probably do it for ourselves.
Yeah.
Same Same thing with the skits. Sorry if you're listening to this owner of that company. He was like, "Do you want to make skits?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, let's do that." So we do that, and then now we're like, "Wait, we could just do that for ourselves and probably do it better."
Hell yeah.
So
No, they do it really well. They do it really well.
they
Yeah.
do really fun.
No, I bet.
But equal.
No. But you guys you don't handcuff yourselves. I don't imagine there's any level of professionalism that you affixed in the criteria of what you allow yourself to post. So
Yeah, no, we have no HR.
yeah, that's hey, there you go. That's a start. No, if you're looking to boom,
Sometimes Jordan will like post something on our company page, and I'm like, "This was not approved."
yeah,
Like, I did
step
not say you
into
could
my
do this.
office, Jordan. That's
Exactly.
hilarious. Are you guys are on Instagram as well? Are you kind of doing the same thing or not really?
Not yet. We have an account, but we're not super active on it. We both of like our audiences and like communities are really on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
and that is where we focus on the business. Like whenever we're writing content or creating any kind of content for one of our clients, we always say like we're creating with LinkedIn in mind. If you want to cross post, that's completely up to you. Like get as much bang for your buck, but we're not coming up with like an Instagram strategy or a
Yeah.
TikTok strategy. Like we are posting and creating content with LinkedIn in mind.
No, I think that that's valuable because one of the things that I learned, well, I learned a lot of things, is one is the type of content that I would put on LinkedIn is different from what I would put on Instagram and super different from what I would put on TikTok. I
Mhm.
like ABC tested and like, first of all, TikTok, ruthless, dude. The comments, ruthless. People are just mean. They'll say whatever the hell they want. It's honestly gas. It's fire. Like, bro, tell me how you really feel type of thing. Instagram, a little bit more respectful. I won't lie. I've gotten some solid business from Instagram running the company page. And so I'm like kind of trying to lean into that. I like that
Mhm.
I'm not always so obligated to post a video. Like sometimes just a dope photo or a meme or some type of silly message is one of those things you could just farm in, but then you get like more than 10 people to like it. And you're like, oh, look, I'm famous. Look, we did it. It took very little effort or energy. So, but no, it's a interesting like dichotomy across all three of the socials that like you really do have to have your own strategic game plan for how you are going to show up on those platforms. So that's sick.
Yeah. We definitely, I think Taylor has been called or been equated to corporate Natalie more than once now. And
Dude,
starting to show-
she totally looks like corporate Natalie. Are you kidding me?
Chris, my ego
gosh,
can't
keep it coming, keep it. No, dude, corporate Natalie's fire.
I'm like, stop.
Yeah, yeah, right. I've had enough. Say it again,
Oh
dude.
my God, you're embarrassing me.
That is so funny, bro. You totally look like corporate Natalie. That's hilarious.
Thanks.
Wow. Well, shit, dude.
Dang.
You guys are two co-founders. You're very busy people. I don't know why in the world y'all agreed to come and hang out with me for a couple minutes today on a beautiful Friday. But to be fair, I couldn't be more grateful. I love following you guys' content. The moment that Jordan kind of gave me that window to be able to connect with you guys, I'm a shooter, bro. Your boy took his
I love
shot,
it.
and sometimes you hit it, sometimes you miss it, and your boy hit it. So we got the co-founders, Taylor Willett and Jordan Winston of Not Your Dad's Media Company. They are supporting personal brand growth, creating some really intelligent and outrageous strategic initiatives for how to show up on your platform with digital media, just your content strategy in general, any ghostwriting to Jordan's point. And so if you haven't heard of them or checked them out, I honestly recommend that you do. And so Taylor and Jordan, dude, thanks so much for hanging out with me for a little bit.
Thanks for
Chris,
having us. This was
This
so
was
fun.
fun, right? I told you, man, it was going to be fun. It'll be easy. It's just like we're hanging out.
I had no doubt it would be
It's
fun.
like we're pre-gaming the bars right now.
That's right. Well,
great.
dude, honestly, I'm in Texas. It's a 4-hour flight to get my ass over to New York. And so I'll see you around 9 o'clock, bro. As a game. Taylor, it's only a 4-hour drive. Don't be a wimp. Come on. We'll see you there too.
I know. I'm gonna go to the city in a few weeks, I think. So if you wanna
Jordan
plan-
has I have it written here somewhere. In fact, I wanted to ask you, and then we'll get out of here. You found a secret, like a brewery in Brooklyn that you're super fond of? right?
Very, very good, Chris. Good job.
Come on.
Do I know about this?
It's not really a secret. It's not a secret by any means, nor is it. It's just a cool brewery that I like a lot. It's called Other Half.
I'll have
Just
to
Other
check
Half.
it
It's-
out. I'll book
Clearly you're a
I'll get
huge
us
fan.
reservations after the pod.
Yeah, you don't even need a reservation. It's right.
Okay, so it's one of those, like, just show up, baby.
Yeah, you show up. It's right in. I'll walk you through my Sunday flow. So like my buddy and I have a friend who manages an Equinox right in Domino Park in Williamsburg. It's the nicest Equinox there is. So we'll go, usually hungover as shit, about to throw up, and we'll go sauna, ice bath, hot tub, ice bath again, have a full wellness day, and then after that we feel great, and we're like, let's go have a
Let's
day.
go to the
And
brew.
then the brewery. And then the brewery is right next door. It overlooks the East River and the Brooklyn Bridge, and it's just fucking. It's
No, it sounds
absolutely
dope.
well. There's a pizza place called Roberta's right next door, which happens to be my mom's name.
Sick.
So we that's basically like every Sunday we do that.
Okay. Well then,
Jordan and I live very different lives.
yeah.
And
You mean
I,
you're
like-
not sauna, ice bath, back to the sauna, ice bath. You're not doing
No, but I do like to be like, Jordan, tell me about your weekend so that I can pretend that it was my weekend too.
Yeah. You guys, have you seen that trend of like people dipping their face in that expensive sparkling water?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes.
talking about? Yeah. I feel like Taylor, sorry, full respect. I feel like that's more your like schedule and morning routine is like, let me just cleanse myself in this bowl of $100 sparkling water while Jordan's out here living his best life, hopping from hot to cold and hot to cold and then chugging beers. And for that, we're thankful.
I love that you, one, think that I can afford expensive water, and two, that I have the time in my day to do that.
You had time to do this. So
I asked Taylor. I was like, "What did you do this morning?" She's like, "I'm a fucking mom. I was taking care of my kid." And I was like, "That's not acceptable."
Well,
I
yeah.
am chasing a toddler 24/7.
yeah.
I'm stepping on blocks. I'm finding like a banana in like my dishwasher.
Dude,
Uh,
that's the game. I got a 4-year-old
It is.
girl and a 6-year-old girl, and it is
It's no joke.
they keep me on my toes, man. In fact,
Yeah, it's no
if
joke.
you saw me look over, that's me going like, "Can you just shut the fuck?"
Yeah.
I'm in the. But they get it. They know the silent cues. They know.
No, Jordan every once in a while, like the other day, Jordan goes, oh, I want to have a baby. And I said, no. First of all, no.
Yeah. We're scaling
You're not
this
ready for
thing.
that.
Don't do that.
You're not ready for that. And two, if you ever get that urge, come on over.
Yeah.
You can have Grace for a weekend and I will go live your life in New York and then you can let me know.
I dig that. I dig that.
I went to Connecticut for a weekend and I was like the happiest camper on earth. I was like, oh my God, it's green. There's like families running around. And I kind of loved it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, you're in the concrete jungle right now. New York City is no joke. So,
No, it's
bro, that's wild.
Next, Jordan's going to be in his homesteading era. I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
my homesteading.
Dude, you guys are ridiculous. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. For everybody listening in, Taylor Wylett, she's a killer. Jordan Winston, he is a killer. You can check out both of these legends on the LinkedIn platform. And don't forget to check out Your Dad's Media Company. They're honestly doing some cool shit over there. So you'll be missing out if you don't take a peek. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. You're the real MVPs.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
y'all.
Bye.